You lose.
And just for the record, Mr. Adam 22, what you described is exactly what the person that you were replying to in that tweet called you. It is what it is.
Lena.
You stupid.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I'm not going to waste any more time because a lot of people have already covered this, but I want to try to chime in on this from a different angle because, believe it or not, this has actually happened before. And if you watch to the end, you'll understand exactly where I'm going with this. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the next clip.
So I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But no other guys is busting her.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Oh no.
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I knew you was mad.
Shit.
You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like cut, that's your cinch.
You know, I agreed to
hood.
it. She gave me a lot of outs on the way in. Like, she
Yeah.
kind of kept telling me, like, if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
You should
know?
have said no.
I said that I wanted
You
her to
already
do
got
it. I'm
millions
like,
on top of millions of dollars, Adam. You didn't do that shit.
fair enough. But I
Come
told
on,
her, I'm like, I think you should do it. Let's get it
All
out
right,
the way.
so how do you vibe about it now?
She's
Do I
32.
need to get you an old English?
No, yeah, I don't need to drown the pain in the old English. But I was kind of surprised because I feel like I can like intellectually break it to you guys so that you guys all know what's going on, which is basically
You're quitting on us, bro. Oh,
I'm not quitting.
shit.
I'm not quitting. But I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind.
All right, blow my mind then. It's early enough.
After 7 years with my girl, this is not the breakup conversation. I realize it might have sounded like that right there for a second.
Yeah.
After 7 years together, been doing pretty much the whole time, but we've gotten more and more deeper into the conversation or into the stuff. And after, many hundreds and hundreds of threesomes and stuff,
Yeah.
we decided, we've been having this conversation for like damn near a year.
Okay.
She shot her first ever scene
Without you.
with another man
Oh,
over the weekend.
that shows growth.
That shows growth. Bro, but they get on your ass saying that you don't have it in you to disagree with me. So I'm going to use this as an example. Tell me how you really feel.
What about her? Listen, for the money, you don't want to hear what I'm talking about for the money, young.
I'm gonna tell it
For the money,
regardless.
young.
Yeah.
I disagree. I could disagree with Adam if he told a lie. Like,
To me, it was kind of like the reality is that her career has been, helped by me for sure, but also held back by me to a certain extent because of the fact that we would only shoot together. And
Take a man to realize that shit.
the number one thing that she gets asked, that she gets requested, whatever, is they want to see her shoot with another guy. And, we've kind of had the conversation over the years, and I started to come to this realization that the reason why I didn't want her to do it was not because of my own personal jealousy or anything like that. It was really just the fact that I didn't want to be the guy who got roasted on the internet that week.
It's too late now.
Hey guys, guess what I'm shooting with today? It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were going to do that.
She shot her first ever scene
Without you.
with another man
oh,
over the weekend.
that shows growth.
That shows growth.
Going into this, Johnny Sins being blue pilled. Okay, I saw the interview that he did with Logan Paul, where he had Kiss of Sins on there, and they talked about how they met, how they got together, and then later on, she started filming individually. Can you go into that, the video that you made?
Yeah, so that was an interesting experience for me. So that was one of the first things I saw when I got into the industry when I moved to LA. Right, I mean, I'm in LA for the first week, and I go to like an industry party of some kind. I was aware of Johnny Sins and Kiss of Sins were in a relationship. And at the time, I believe Johnny was like living in Hawaii or something. This is like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. But at this party, and through the front door, in walks Kiss of Sins on the arm of Marcus Dupree, who at the time was the reigning male performer of the year. Like, he's the top dog, and she's walking on his arm, and obviously they're in a romantic way. And I'm thinking, that's a bit rough for Johnny. Like, I thought these two were in a relationship. What the hell's going on here? And you look into like Johnny and Kissa Sin's kind of backstory. So she was a fan of his.
Yeah.
She ended up. He was like, he's like one of the most popular male performers amongst all the female talent. They all want to work with Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
Like super lovely guy from all accounts, right? And I've got nothing against the guy. I'm not trying to shit on him or anything. It's just an interesting.
Actually, we're in favor of him. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like this is something that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Like, you have the money and the clout and the pre-selection to create the life of your dreams, but you didn't. You kind of let it slip out of your hands.
He had it. That's the thing. He had it with Kissa, right? So she was a fan of his. She slid into his Instagram DMs or something. They ended up, hooking up together. He moved out to Hawaii with her. And they ended up running, I think it was a pay site called Sin's Life. I don't know if it's still around at the time it was going. And what they would do, they would fly out like 2-3 female performers from LA to Hawaii at a time and just have these like crazy sex. And that was the entire website, was just him POV with his big old schlong out there, 4 or 5 girls, hammering away on it. I'm like, dude, you've got the life. You've won the game. Like you keep doing what you're doing. You've got it made. And then all of a sudden, like, after maybe like a year of this, she starts shooting like boy-girl, like in mainstream in LA.
If you guys want to go back and watch the interview, the expression on Johnny's, when she gets to the point where she's like, now I want to film with mainstream talent. Johnny's like shoulder slump. And he, like, again, this is the dude who could have had anything he wanted. And then she goes off and does that. Like, here's the thing. The point that you said before, he legitimately looked like he was in love with her. Yeah. And there's so many other ways that this could have. Anyway, keep going.
I think a large part of that was probably because they're flying out all these industry girls. They're probably like whispering in her, having a piece in her ear saying, "Oh, Kissa, you'd be amazing. You should go out to LA and shoot. You should go out to LA and shoot." And she's probably having like a good half a dozen to a dozen girls saying this to her.
You can shoot, you can make money on OF. There are probably some girls that were escorts who were like, hey, you can meet my client. Yeah. That kind of stuff too that was happening. Yeah. That got her to say, hey, I should have agency too. She said she was crying every day. He would go to work. He would go to work and shoot with like 30 different girls a month. And then eventually she did it, and he at first didn't have a problem with it, and then later on was like very upset by the whole thing. Yeah. And he says he wishes that he had not let her go off and start filming like this.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so if he's the man in her life, his influence over her should have been stronger than these, random women that they're bringing out to Hawaii.
Her words. I need one dude and several women to have sex with. She was actually fine with the arrangement before women come at me and be like, well, women, why can't she fuck a bunch of dudes? She was totally fine in the arrangement that was going on. Then these women came to her and told her that she should film with other dudes. Yeah.
Now, the last part of that last clip that I played for you guys, that is the main reason why I wanted to play that clip for you guys. Because I remember, because I used to follow Adam22 a little bit, and I know they have another show where they bring on adult film stars that they have threesomes with. And I remember quite a few of these film stars bringing this situation up. And like he said, people that watch them want her to shoot with other men. So eventually what I remember seeing is they were bringing these other actresses on, and they would pretty much ask for the same thing. And just like as expected, these women would use these certain shaming tactics to try to make Adam seem like he was jealous or insecure about letting her screw other men on film. And I think the same thing happened with them that happened with Johnny Sins. And I'm letting you know right now, just give it some time. Just give it some time. Just wait. And keep in mind, they just got married like a couple months ago. Just a couple months ago. Don't be surprised if they end up getting divorced. I'm telling you right now. Because just like Johnny Sins, he had it made. It was just him and her, and she was sharing him with all these other adult film actresses. And now he looked like he's on the same path as Johnny Sins is. This has happened before, so don't be surprised if it ends the same way. That's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned to the comments. Also, look out for the merch line as well, spreadshot.com. Also, my latest mixtape, Monk Mode Deactivated. Links are both in the description. Until the next video, you guys, deuces.